So, Mr. Squadron, let me start with you. And then this last question, which will be a challenging one as well for Mr. Connor. You moved into the district recently, something like 2 years ago. Tell us what you know about the district, your involvement in the district, in association with the district prior to your becoming a candidate, and why you feel, as someone who is new to the district, can do a better job representing the district than someone who has represented the district for 30 years.
Well, look, as I've said, born and raised in New York, lived in Brooklyn since college, lived in the district something over 2 years, despite actually an inaccurate piece of campaign literature that Senator Connor sent out that's just flat out untrue. You know, I care a whole lot about New York City. I care a whole lot about these neighborhoods. I think that the question, two-minute question, what do you know about your district, is an impossible one to answer. A whole lot is the answer. It's the district in the center of the city that really, in my mind, is going to be pivotal to the survival of the city over time, because if we can maintain neighborhoods in this part of the city that have the same kind of texture and feel that they do today, that they have historically, then we can save the city. If we can't, then that's not possible. I would say that not having lived here as long as Senator Connor, and I absolutely grant that, Tribeca Tribune came out with an article yesterday, I think, where we were asked for, both Senator Connor and I were asked for the 3 schools in Lower Manhattan. I named them. Senator Connor didn't know any of them. It's not a quiz show, and I'm sure, you know, as I discussed before, there are areas of the district that either of us, you know very well, or might, in the context of a debate or a discussion, flub a little bit. You know, I'd love to have endless discussions about rezoning in Carroll Gardens, or the Cobble Hill Association, or the Brooklyn Heights Historic District, or the Lower East Side being one of the 10 most threatened historical sites in America, or the way that Battery Park City and Tribeca have been rebuilt, and Lower Manhattan have been rebuilt in an extraordinary way since September 11th. But there's so much more that we need to do in the new neighborhoods, or the history of activism and public housing and opportunity along the East River and the Lower East Side. So, you know, this district, as I've said before, is the center of the world. You know that old New Yorker cartoon of New York and the rest of the world? And that's really how this district feels to me.
Thank you. Senator Connor, would you like to respond?
Yeah, I did flub it. I know PSA, and I said to the reporter when he asked me, I said, they all have more than one number. They have 3, and I'm not real good at that with the numbers, but I've been to the schools, and I know where they are. My son went to a public school across the street. You know, I went to a public school, my son went to a public school. Unlike Dan, I didn't send my father to public school. But I care about public education. And the fact is that when I see this district, I have memories and I see people. I see the smile of a young Puerto Rican child in Reese houses on the Lower East Side, or the unsteady hand but then optimistic tone of an elderly Jewish woman on Grand Street.
30 seconds.
I see the people, the tired longshoremen sitting on the front stoop. And these are the people I care about. And the district just isn't a place to land and say, I can run there. It's a place to care about the people, relate to the people, understand the people's problems. The people of all ages, all ethnicities, all economic strata. And that's what I love about this district, and that's what I see in this district. Thank you.
Mr. Squadron, would you like to? No, okay. All right.